Now in this section, I'm going to be talking about water and snow concepts. All of these revolve around water in one shape of another or snow. I'm going to start off with the bathtub and the colored water / milk bath section. Both of these are usually done in a bathtub. The bathtub concept is just models in a bathtub or with bubbles in the bathtub. And then the other one is colored water or milk baths. I'm sure many of you have already seen pictures like that. Check it out in the mood board. I've actually tried the colored water concept. There's these Crayola colored water tablets that you can buy in Amazon. You drop them in there and it changes the water to the color that you want. It's very interesting and really easy to do. The thing only cost me like $5, and I did several models and several pictures with it. So it's really easy to do. Try it out, and it's not much to it. Not much lighting, not much anything. You just change the color of water and play with it. So that's the concept in there. The next two I want to talk about is wet and rain. If you get to shoot outside in the rain, I recommend either shooting when it's light rain, it's not that heavy. Also shooting under you as a photographer under something so you're not getting wet, and then just the models under the water. I've seen many people do fake rain using a hose, and then the hose is just dropping water on the model. And last but not least, I've seen people do the shoot where the model's just wet and then they add fake rain in Photoshop. Many ways to do it. Experiment, try it out, see what works best for you. And then the wet one is simple. You can do it indoors, outdoors, anywhere. But just the model's wet. Wet hair, wet skin, and it looks very interesting. I did that shoot recently, and I'm going to be posting it on YouTube. So if you follow us on YouTube, you can check out how the results came for that shoot. The next one is snow. You go outside when it's snowing. The best way to do the snow concept, I believe, is to just be outside with a background that is snow, with the model wearing a sweater, and then adding the snow in Photoshop. I think it'd be really hard to shoot with actual snow falling. You can try it out, but I think it's best done in Photoshop post-production, adding fake snow in there. I also have in there a waterfall concept, where if you have waterfalls near where you live, you go to them and you shoot by them and use that as a nice background. I also have a boat concept, where if you have access to a boat or a big yacht or something and you're out in the water, you shoot in there and you have the water in there. Or I have a bunch of pictures with boat related concept. I also have in there a pond concept, and that is shooting it by near pond or river or something, and just hanging by the pond or in the pond or on a tree on top of the pond. There's many ideas behind it. I created the mood board. Check it out and take a look and get ideas for it if you have a pond. I also did a fountain one. There's a shooting by a fountain is very nice. A fountain in the background creates some really awesome images. I know a lot of college grads and senior portraits are done that way, and couples are done that way. But having the fountain sprinkling in the background looks really nice. So you can use that for one of your concepts. I also have in there the pool concept, where you just shoot by a pool. If you have access to a pool, maybe at a hotel or your backyard, any pool that lets you shoot in. There's many pictures that are awesome to shoot, laying by the pool with your feet in the water or in the water, coming out of the water. So I created a whole mood board for that to play around and get ideas for shooting by the pool. And then the last one, and the hardest one, is underwater shoot. I know that there's housing available for cameras. You buy this thing that covers your camera and you go underwater and you shoot in it. It seems very difficult to do. I have no experience shooting underwater, But there's many tutorials of it on YouTube. Check them out. Learn, try, buy the equipment for it. It's a really cool thing to add to your portfolio and do. I have a whole mood for it of it on that mood board, so check it out. And then those are it. Those are the water and snow based concepts.